the Jacksonville Jaguars. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready, 60 or. Shift, X3, 218, chopper.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Ready.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw, and that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Running from the gun, Johnson. Down to about the 22 here. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Check 99. Check 99. 6-6. Pull it high. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
We go. 10 Lobo. Snap.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, Make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Draw Corker.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Shoot!
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight.
61. Matchbox right.
Switch. Switch.
5.
2nd and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Set. Ready. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. This complete to Jones. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's White, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Got it.
Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now Dobbs. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Second and 10. That one complete to Dede Westbrook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3
Get it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
First down, here's White. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On second down, they'll run with White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
The throw right sideline here is complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, second and 6. Here's Dobbs to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Got it! Mike's 47! You're not ready! You're not ready!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
At the 48-yard
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Johnson on the counter. And an alley to run. Johnson jostles free. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 47 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Second and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Really in a hole here. 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Protein spill. 5.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
8-3.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
50, plant. General West.
Tight end right, tight end right. Watch twist. Watch twist.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Come on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the twist.
Looking to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offensive coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. 90 is a mic.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's go now. The mic. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Check the backer. Check the backer.
They'll run on first down. White. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Defense wins championship, baby.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. 3rd down here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Not today.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dobbs. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. On first down, Dobbs to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. I don't think you got it, son.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Now bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
What I'm talking about.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Ready up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Looking end zone for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Who's it? 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Don't get nervous.
44's the mic. Hood. Watch the
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And Robinson with a big catch. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, Dobbs. they go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Another try after the first down sack. Dobbs throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Joshua Dobbs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Bills 17, Jaguars 13. Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
10-2 soft. It's just me and you.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd down, it's White. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Dobbs. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
First and 10, Dobbs. He's got it to James White. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Running out of the gun with White. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the ground, Richard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
On first down, it's White. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He'll look to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. stepping up. He's going to keep it. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
X3, 218, chop it. Go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Well, he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Hey, box truck.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ricky. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Dobbs looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fights loose. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Double tight. You got 3 down.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Set. 60 on.
I got him.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
I go. Shoot.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 30 base.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Second and 11. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 17 yards out, and the Jaguars have retaken the lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Don't be scared of it.
And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 3, check 3. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Check 37.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. The 40, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Operating from the gun, Dobbs. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Let's go now. Mike 47. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Dobbs looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ready. 6-1. Get the ball. Kill. It's free.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the 22, Dobbs. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Dobbs gets this into the hands of Samaje Perine. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming in to sack him, Dominique Easley.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. First carry for Samaje Perine. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It'll go, it's no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Dobbs. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Second down, McKinnon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
At the 46-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
90 is in light. Go. Go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Again, it's Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Greystone, Travis.
Watch QB's up. Check 24. Check 24. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Begin, begin, begin.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
44, Mike, 44. 65, 65.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to... And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Come on, set. 60 or. 5 down. Stand up in. Hit it.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Jacksonville,